I think it's very important that the whole international community shares responsibility for the consequences of the Syria crisis. The United States has traditionally taken half of the world's registered refugees who resettle in third countries. And the United Nations has said that it wants 130,000 refugees from Syria resettled in the wealthier countries of the world by the end of 2016. So if you do the calculation, half of 130,000, which is the United States' traditional share, is 65,000. The United States is obviously not just a rich country, it's a diverse country. And there are Syrian American communities, notably in the west of America, in California and elsewhere, who have got relatives and friends who are ready to play a role in supporting refugees. I think that the contrast with when I was here 15 months ago is that in 2013, the refugees were still saying they could see a time when they could go back to Syria. Now it's much more depressing, frankly, for them. There's little light at the end of this tunnel. And so they're thinking about having to stay here for a longer time, to stay in Turkey and Jordan and Iraq as well. And also they do discuss resettlement to third countries, but they know that there hasn't been much resettlement to the richer countries. The pictures from the Yarmouk camp last year, which were pictures of people, 25,000 people in a queue, in a line for bread, shocked the world. And then the political events, the security events of the last week, the takeover of the camp, has also provided a second shock, or a double shock, if you like. From our point of view, of course, there are really profound concerns about the living conditions in the camp. And for that to be exacerbated now by a security fight is obviously very real. You've got contending factions inside the camp as well as from outside now. And there are all sorts of rumors going around about who's really responsible for what's going on. It's important that I don't trade in rumors. My job is to say that the humanitarian need needs to be respected. And that applies to governments, but also to the armed opposition groups.